Okay, let's see if I can hit the okay and get it to go away. Okay, okay. All right. Gosh, I am pondering and trying to go over an idea that is in the Bible, and part of it is in Matthew, and the other part is in Luke, and and it and it's a very strange thing. It's in one moment Jesus seems to be saying, let's prepare ourselves for war. And in another moment, he's saying, peace, not as the world gives to you, do I give to you. That's the phrase I really like, because the peace, not as the world gives. And the other part is he's talking about a sword, and go out and sell your cloak and buy yourself a sword. It's like, what? Peace, I'm giving you peace. Now go get a sword and prepare for a battle. But of course, as we understand it, it's all allegorically spoken. It's not exactly an idea of a battle as the Romans would have pictured it. And when we talk about peace, not as the world gives, we have to understand that there was a thing called the Pax, Pax Romana in their time. It lasted for about 200 years. It began with Octavian, the adopted son of Julius Caesar, who later changed his name from Octavian to Augustus, and that's the Caesar that we know. He came in at a time when there was much strife, much confusion in the world of the Roman world. Julius Caesar had just been assassinated, and he'd been assassinated by so-called friends. And so Octavian, his son, his adopted son, went out to avenge him. And so he fought with one of the great sons of Julius, one of the great friends of Julius Caesar, and Marcus Antonius. He went out and fought with him, and he won. And as he won, he came back to the country and he dissolved the Republic. The Roman Republic, which had been around for about 1,200 years, suddenly was dissolved. Suddenly dissolved because the Senate allowed it to happen. He went to the Senate and said, I'm the boss now. I'm taking over. And I want agreement with you that that's the right thing to do. And they said, well, of course, he had an army. They didn't have an army. And they said, oh, yeah, that's the thing to do. Do it for us. So it did. And eventually, and so what he would do is he would tell them what was to be voted on, and they would agree and vote on it, whatever it might be. Now, to be honest, many of the things that he did in his time were actually probably good ideas. He took the cities and he rebuilt them, and as he put it, he said, I inherited a city of bricks and I turned them into marble. So he did. He really started a renewal of Rome. He took all of the different sort of little countries that they had were having agreements with and treaties with, and he included them into what he called the empire, the Roman Empire, and he changed from the Roman Republic to a Roman Empire. And he told all of these countries, he declared to them, you are now a part of Rome. You can still speak your language or whatever you want to do, but you are part of Rome. And all of your leaders will now bow to me and what I have to say. And when I say bow to me, that's exactly what they had to do. He was now declared to be a god. Everything that he did from that moment on was sanctified by his own mind and his own ideas. They called it Pax Romana, and it existed for a little over 200 years. The idea behind it was, it's peace, all right, but it's peace at the end of a spear. It is peace at the end of a shackle. From now on, we will call it peace because no one will oppose me. No one will oppose Rome. No one will even see themselves as anything else but a Roman citizen or a Roman part of the world. Well, here we are today. We see ourselves, I think, at the beginning of a possibility that the idea that we have of a republic is not going to be the same idea that it once was before. It'll have a new definition if that is what we as a people allow it to be. Now Jesus comes along and he says, I'm giving you peace. He says this to his disciples. Peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth do I give unto you. In other words, it's not a surrender to somebody who is stronger, which forces us into a situation where no one is causing any problems whatsoever. It's a peace within, a peace deep within that says there is something greater, there's something more grand, there's something more important in the world, and something more important than the outer world. And that is the peace he says he gives to us. And then here comes the little conundrum in the scriptures. Later on, he says this to them. He says, be not afraid. If you are in a situation where you have a cloak, go out and sell that cloak. If you have a basket, go out and sell that basket. If you have a lantern, a candlestick, whatever it might be, go out and sell that and buy for yourselves a sword. Why would he say this? Why would he say such a thing to them? Because he was trying to express to them, if you have something that is of value to you in the outer world, allow yourselves to part with it and buy for yourselves or purchase for yourselves a sword. And he doesn't mean a sword like a big long dagger. He's not saying that at all. He's saying, go out and buy yourselves something that will give you a sense of peace and confidence in yourself that will allow you, with this confidence, to go out and speak the truth. The sword that you will have will be your tongue. Now, we're sort of in the same position in our world now, where we must no longer be silent. We must speak our truth. And this is not to have contention with someone else at all. This is not to have a sense of being in a position of an us and them in the outer. It's to be in a sense of a we-ness that brings all of us together, so that we no longer look at someone else and say, you are the other, you are the different one. No. That is something that we have come to believe, that there is somebody on the right or somebody on the left or somebody down the middle or whatever it might be. There is somebody with a brown skin. There is somebody with a black skin. There is someone with a red skin, yellow skin, red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in his sight. This is how we must view the world. We must view the world as a sense of oneness, oneness within. I find that difficult. I don't know about all of you, but I sometimes find that very difficult. What my eyes see, what my ears hear, what my heart has been trained to believe tells me that there is something different in our world, something different in my belief, something different within me than there is of the others that I see. There is a difference in the way the world is unfolding. There is a difference in the way I wish it to be, and there's a difference in the way it is. I've often said this, and many of you may remember that there's two worlds that we live in. There is this world that we wish for, this world that we can see in our mind's eye and in our heart and believe in. And then there's this other world that we stand in. We stand in it and we're there. But what we should be seeking for is not this world that we stand in, but a world that we can understand. Get beneath these things that appear to be real to us, that are so important, these candlesticks, these lanterns, these cloaks, these things of value that we see in the outer. Let them go. Sell them. Purchase for yourself a sense of something else that is valuable. Purchase for yourselves a way of speaking. Purchase for yourselves a way of understanding. Purchase for yourselves a way of being. No longer a way of doing, but a way of being. Once we get in that position, then no longer will we start every day seeing the Pax Romana or the Pax Americana that we live in. We will start seeing something deeper and beyond that, a peace that goes beyond understanding. That's what we're seeking. That's what we're truly seeking, and that's what we're truly understanding. Understanding what is true beneath all of the clamor, all of the bombs going off, all of that. We are seeking that, and only we can bring that about. Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin not only with me, but within me. When we reach that and hold on to that and awaken to that and slumber in that and awaken again each and every day for the rest of our being, the rest of our lives in this world, this planet, this place that has a moon and stars and so forth, then we will be able to see that there is something grander going on, something that is who we truly are. We truly are the peace. We truly are that which we seek. God bless.